Alright, here we are for round one with Izzet Blitz. We're playing against Scenic. We won the roll, so we'll go first. This is a bit of an iffy hand, simply because we don't have any of our good creatures, but we have some ways to find them. We have a Delver, so I'm going to keep this one. We've got all of our mana ready to go. Lead off with a turn 1 Delver. Next turn, I will probably be fetching out a Mountain and then playing Preordain. Alright, blue-red could mean a lot of things. They're the most popular colors in Pauper, so... Alright, we didn't flip our Delver, but we did find Nivix Cyclops. That means I'm not going to fire off these Preordains. I want to save them for when we have the Cyclops already in play. It's possible I should fire off one of them, but I am going to wait for that for now. Alright, playing against Tron. Tron is a pretty decent matchup. They don't have a ton of removal, and they really have to get a lot of it in order to deal with our deck. Alright, grabbing a Mountain. See if we flip here. Nope. Still no flip. So, we do have to be a little careful here to play around Condescend, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to jam. Alright, Nivix Cyclops hit the field just fine. Hopefully they don't have a Flame Slash. That would be pretty annoying. If they have Seagate Oracle, that's going to be a little bit of a tricky one to get through too. If we hit a Teamer Battle Rage, or if we hit an Apostle's Blessing, we'll be in pretty good shape. See if we can finally flip this guy. Lightning Bolt is good too. That means we can get through the Seagate Oracle unhindered. Alright, see what we can find here. Ponder and Apostle's Blessings are both great cards. I should probably start counting up to see how much damage I can do. So, right now I've got 7. I'm going to have to use this Bolt to kill the Seagate Oracle, so that'll put me to 13. And I believe we have lethal this turn because we'll go up to 16 and 19 with Preordain and Gush. So, I'm just going to put these both on top. It doesn't really matter. If we were close, we could actually get a little more damage in here by bolting our opponent's face and using Apostle's Blessing to give us pro blue, which I guess I'll do, just in case I counted wrong. So, let's do that. Protection from blue. Alright, so now Seagate Oracle can't block anything. Can bolt our opponent's face. So we're up to 13 power. Now we're up to 16 power, so that's game. See if I think our opponent is conceded, yeah. So pretty easy turn 4 win. Our opponent didn't put up much resistance, and we still had another spell, so pretty easy game 1. This matchup is a little tough in the sideboard, simply because they have a lot of answers to our creatures with their blasts, and they're all kind of different colors. So we've got Hydroblast, which deals with their Pyroblast and deals with their Pyroblast, and it deals with their burn spells. But they also have Hydroblast, and a bunch of their best spells are blue. So then we have these Pyroblasts too. And then we have to decide if we want Flaring Pain, because some of these Marasatron lists play Circle of Protection in their sideboard. I don't think I'm going to bring in the Flaring Pain without seeing Circle of Protection out of my opponent. They just don't play it all the time. So some things I'm definitely taking out. I'm going to take out 3 Lightning Bolts at a minimum, and I might take out the 4th. It's just not very good against our opponent here. Dispel is great. Apostle's Blessing is great. I think I'm going to take out the 4th Lightning Bolt. It's really not very good unless we're hitting exactly Seagate Oracle to get through, and I'm bringing in some stuff that hits Seagate Oracle anyway. So I'm going to, I think, bring in 2 and 2, but it might be better to bring in 3 Hydroblasts and 1 Pyroblast. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So they have more red spells that kill our creatures. They usually have more Pyroblast than Hydroblast if they have a differing amount. And they're also going to have Flame Slash, and they might even have Firebolt, which would be really annoying. That card's pretty good against us. So that's what I'm going to do. That might not be right. Some of you who play this deck a lot might have better advice for me on that. But that's what I'm going to go with this time. If I start seeing Chainer's Edicts, some of them go really crazy on their colors. If I see some Chainer's Edicts, I might bring these guys in. They're pretty good against the deck as well. But like Jeskai Sage is really bad against Seagate Oracle, so I don't really want to bring them in right away. So we'll just go with this. Alright, we've got a pretty decent hand, but it's not great. We have fewer cantrips than last time, so it's going to be a little harder for us to get to our good creatures, but sometimes you can just play a Delver and protect it and win the game like that. Alright, I'm just going to leave the Delver out blind. They don't really have any untapped red sources, so I'm not worried about that. They might have one or two. Alright, let's see if we can flip our Delver here. No, it's a mountain. So I am going to probe once. We have a lot of free spells at this point. Okay, so unfortunately when you use a Gitaxian Probe, you just look at their hand. You don't get to actually... doesn't actually reveal it. So I'm going to use a snipping tool to look at this hand. They can't cast anything. They don't even have Tron. So we want to go really fast and hopefully try to kill them before they can do anything. I'm going to probe them another time. If I hit a Kiln Fiend, I'm going to want to cast it this turn. Okay, that one wasn't great, so let's preordain. This is pretty bad. I don't really want either of these. I really want another creature. Alright, our hits have been horrible. We could have guaranteed flipped our Delver there, but we would have been forced to draw a mountain. Well, our opponent drew the perfect card. They only have like one mountain in their deck, usually. Alright, let's see if we can find a Kiln Fiend here. No, just another Delver. This pile of cards is pretty good though, so I'm going to keep this one. Nope, I'm not going to shuffle. What do our opponent all have in there? So they have a Pyroblast still, which we will counter with our Hydroblast. Alright, they played their Power Plant. We're going to counter that. We're going to try to protect this Delver. So Delver's actually a pretty quick clock because Mutagenic Growth plus Temur Battle Rage is a lot of damage. Alright, this is great. So we know our opponent has 2 Pulses of Marasa, and then we don't know what else they have. But it's really unlikely that they're going to be able to counter any of our other stuff. So I'm going to put Mutagenic Growth, then Apostle's Blessing, then Cyclops. I'm not going to shuffle. I'm going to cast the Cyclops. I'm going to attack. Hopefully they don't draw another Pyroblast. Like hopefully they draw some blue spells or something. Even if they draw green mana, they can't actually get either of these things back. Alright, we win the match. Our opponent's done. They don't care to see whether or not I actually have anything to cast on this guy, and it turns out I do, so I believe they were dead that turn if they didn't have at least a Pyroblast. So that was pretty easy match. They mulliganed this game and didn't quite get there, so let's move on to the next one.